Welcome back, folks. We're finishing up the two races with our new car, the Volkswagen. I think we should paint it after this race. Let's restart. Make it our car. So now we have the Volkswagen, and we have the 911, the Porsche 911. So Volkswagen Beetle and Porsche 911. I was thinking we'd get another car, maybe. We'll see. I think we should get another car. I think that's a good idea. And restart again. Trying to think what color we should paint this thing. I like to consider, what is the optimal color for a car. It's just something to keep in mind. Maybe I like something else, but often I will paint a car its most optimal color. So like what a Viper would be either red or black. I feel like the Porsche black is the best color for a Porsche 911. Makes it look nice and mean. I don't even know what color to paint this Volkswagen. Although I shouldn't be changing subjects, but pretty quickly. But I shouldn't be giving Volkswagen any recognition. I shouldn't give them any screen time. I've already decided, based on the emission scandal, that I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna buy a Volkswagen. I don't think that's something I want. You vote with your wallet, or whatever they say, and I think lying about emissions is gonna destroy the planet and kill us all, and kill all the other life on the planet. And then none of us will exist. So, yeah, I'm not gonna buy a VW. I won't even buy a used one, because then if I buy parts, whenever I need to fix the thing, that's money that's gonna go to VW. And I don't want that. So, not even a used one. And, another great example of that is BP, British Petroleum. I'm never gonna go to a BP gas station ever. The fact that they skimped out on the valve that or whatever it was that created this great oil spill, they cheaped out, and we've all been paying. They said something like there's been like millions and millions of gallons of crude oil that has been spilled into the Gulf of Mexico. Don't quote me on that, but it is an insane number. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was insane. So I'm sure it was way more than 1 million gallons, but yeah, they cheaped out. They did a really bad thing, and they even hurt local fishermen that worked in the Gulf. They destroyed a bunch of businesses that would catch fresh fish. So that's no good either. So I implore you to not buy a Volkswagen, I implore you not to buy BP gas. Go somewhere else. I don't care if it's cheaper. You know, I'm a cheapskate too. But don't do it. Dang, I'm doing well, but I mean, look at the map. The guy that's ahead of me is fucking, excuse my swearing, is, crushing me. He's absolutely crushing me. I don't know what he's driving, but it's no match. I mean, I'm no match. Yeah, I'm trying to think, this is a Switch game, like I mentioned a couple episodes ago. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you guys need to know, if you're considering buying this game. I think I'll reiterate on my points, but, what is there? There's, let's paint this thing. Anyway, it's hard. Oh yeah, all those delicious upgrades. So let's customize it. It's hard. That's probably the most important thing. It hasn't been reviewed well. The reviews I've seen have been like 5 out of 10. I don't think that's quite fair. Maybe that is right, but it's not particularly reviewed well. I'm trying to do two things at once here. What color? What color do we paint it? Paint it. What color do we paint it? No one says paint it. What color do we paint it? Not in this country, anyway. Maybe orange? That'd be cool. But what kind of orange? I'm excited already. That's like a Nissan Z orange. I guess it could be anything. Let's see what it looks like that. Well, that is orange. Oops. Oh, that looks cool. Kind of a tangerine. I think we're going with that. I would normally go for like a black, or I guess you can paint a VW pretty much any color you want. A Beetle, excuse me. So, that's the color we're going with. I do like that this game lets you choose. It lets you paint the color. Let me show you. So you can paint it individually all around if you want to do it some sort of special way, and then you can there are different designs, and then there's stickers, and then there's all of these options for colors and different choices of how to do it, and then or you can keep it painted. All the cars come stock with a vinyl, so you can keep the vinyl, but I like to paint my cars in this game, even if unless the vinyl looks really cool and I really like it. I like to customize my cars. I feel like that's part of the experience. So that's my that's how I feel. And then you can choose the different. Let's go with blue. White's fine. You choose that. You can choose the text for the plate. So it's hard. It's not reviewed well. There's 5 different game modes, which I showed you about. I just wanted to mention it again because I feel like this is a game I've never seen anybody talk about it on YouTube. And I think that that's kind of a shame. I think it deserves some recognition. This is a great game for on the go. If you can eventually get good, even if you don't get good, you're at least having a good time on the go with a unique racing game. It provides modes for the Switch that you'll never be able to play on in any other game, at least to I'm gonna do this again. I know it's not one of our cars, but so it's really fun on the go. It really is. It's a great on the go game. So much fun. My only other things that I can think of saying is it doesn't support the racing wheel, which I think was a huge missed opportunity. And of course look at my nice Switch Pro controller. I wanted to make sure it had the right D-pad, so I got this one. That's the Xenoblade Chronicles controller. But cost me a cool hundo, probably more than I should have paid. But I didn't want to buy one and then it have the not updated D-pad, and then yeah. But anyway, the only other thing I feel like I need to tell you is that the triggers are digital. So because they're digital, it makes it harder, for sure. I mean, for someone who's new to racing games, maybe you might not be able to appreciate the difference, but it's it is a thing for sure. But I've become accustomed to it, so I can adjust. But it's something to note. Racing games are tough on the Switch. And of course, a wheel would be the best. I mean, this is obvious. A wheel would be the best for any racing game. So I mean, if you really want to race well, you get a PC and then you get a racing wheel, or you get a racing wheel and you get like a PS4 or PS3 or really whatever you want. I would have if they'd given me the option to use the Switch wheel, that would be it. I wouldn't even I'd play on the go with the control stick, but at home it would always be on the TV, and I would use the racing wheel every time. More control. I mean, I've gotten used to it. It's kind of a little janky, but I would have really preferred that. So that's about all I can think of to tell you about it. This is a great game, though. This is a lot of fun. I've been talking about the negatives. I should probably pick out some of the positives. The one I can think of is they really, really, really nailed. They completely nailed the sense of speed and the controls and the physics. Everything feels really dialed in. Whenever I lose a race, I feel like it's my fault. I never feel like the controls are unresponsive or anything like that. So that's one in its favor. But yeah, if you're interested in racing for the Switch, this game for the Switch, read some reviews. There are a lot of details about it that are negative, that you might not like. But if you look at it as like something badass on the go, something you could play in bed, and something you can play, if you're using your TV for something else, you could put on some music and play in portable mode. You could be watching TV, and then during the commercials, well, who watches TV anymore? But something like that. This is a great game. I think it's great. I don't think it's done very well. I don't think they've sold a lot of copies of this game, and I have never heard of a YouTuber talking about it, like I said. But I like this game. I'm willing to look past all of its problems and enjoy it as it's a beautiful game too. I mean, if you're looking at it, it's like high quality graphics. It does do this weird thing where, did I win this one? Yes, I crushed it. One thing it does really well is one thing it does that's weird is you don't normally notice it, but there is a weird lighting effects problem where like the shadows only show up directly around your car in a certain distance ahead of you. You never notice it. Like, I bet you wouldn't have even noticed it now unless I had just mentioned it. But that's a thing. It is like that. Let me see if there's any upgrades for my... No. There's some upgrades for this. So yeah, I wouldn't highly recommend it. In fact, I would want you to think about it really hard before you made your purchase. I know someone who bought it and they aren't happy with it. It's too hard for them. And I could totally understand and see that. It's a very difficult game. That's one of its both detriments and its strengths. So, I mean, take it as you will. So I think I think we're done here, but what we're gonna do next time is we're gonna try hill climb mode. We're gonna try a new car. I don't know if we're gonna paint it because cars that are built for hill climb don't really lend themselves well to painting. But we're gonna try a new mode, new car. So we're gonna have like 3 different cars now that are gonna be, our cars. Maybe I'm adding too much, but we got the Volkswagen, we got the 911, and then now we're gonna have a hill climb car. So I'll remind you again for next time. But yeah, that's that. I'll see you. I always say that. What do I want to say? Wait 1 second. I was going to say something deep, but I can't think of anything deep. So, yeah. You got nothing. Sorry. That was mean. Anyway, I will, goodbye.